Mark, this is from your roll session the other weekend, the one you did with Jay. Such a pleasure working with you. You have a really, really solid roll. You came to the session with a really solid roll. We were working on some things to tune it up, to make it a little more effortless, to make it a little more efficient, working towards elegance. Going to play the bottom video clip first at about quarter time. We're going to look for a kerplunk, or like a little mushroom cloud shaped sploosh of water as your paddle blade descends a little bit. Right there. What we arrived at in your session is that kerploosh, that little plume of water, isn't so much about whether your paddle blade dives, but whether you are generating resistance on the blade as you move it around. And we talked a little bit about a floppy wrist. The floppy wrist on the front hand lets the blade angle take the path of least resistance. It absorbs or moves into a slicing angle. But also, we identified that if you move that paddle blade out and away from your boat a little bit further before you start to rotate your boat, that you were less likely to create resistance on the blade. There was a lot less kersploosh. So now we're going to look at this top video. Here it is in quarter time. Some things that went really great for you there. Notice that you come out and away from the boat before your boat even starts to rotate at all. There's very little splash there. Really nice job resetting where you're looking at the end of that roll. So just to summarize, the kersploosh that you're seeing here comes from trying to rotate your boat immediately. And there's one version of a sweep roll where that's the ideal, where we're trying to have our boat rotate 1 degree for every degree that our paddle shaft is open to the long axis of our kayak. And the way most of us roll, the way most of us need to roll in heavy conditions, actually involves a slight opening of that angle before starting to drive the knee. That way, any resistance that is on our blade comes from the drive of the knee rather than a blade angle while we're sweeping our paddle around. We need a slicing blade angle there. Open the blade, open the shaft angle a little bit before you rotate your boat. Practice loosening that wrist. Really great session. I hope that maybe you and Jay can work together again so you can support him with the progression that you saw. Really such a privilege to work with you. Thanks so much, Mark.